Hey, I'm Fight the Flat Earth and welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what North Korea do if you steal a poster of Kim Jong-un. Today we look at one of the most influential flat earthers that there is. Some call him the Prince of Flat Earth. I just call him a dumbass fucknugget. I'm talking about the vile waste of human potential known as Eric Dubay, a yoga teacher and life coach who thought he could debunk all of human scientific knowledge. This video is intended as a bit of a fuck you to Eric Dubay, and a fuck you to Flat Earth in general. You're all a bunch of disingenuous, attention-seeking conmen. This is episode 26 of Flerfs Are Idiots, Eric Dubay.
We're living on a disc, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
And thank you for joining me once again as I point and laugh at the stupid. But the thing is, it's not just stupid, it's dangerous. This video by Eric Dubay is a perfect example of why it's so dangerous. It's well presented with good production value, and like most conmen, Eric Dubay is authoritative, commanding and self-confident when he talks. I mean, everything he says is dumb as fuck, but the vulnerable and easily influenced of the world might just fall under the spell of idiocracy that he casts. Let's begin.
Flat Earth has long been touted as the mother of all conspiracy theories.
Well, that's kinda true, because if you believe in Flat Earth, the magic frisbee created by a beardy bloke in the sky, then you have to believe that every other conspiracy theory is true. Because everyone must be lying to you.
Suppressed and ridiculed for centuries as being an ignorant, unscientific worldview.
Yeah, that's about right. Actually, you know what, I'm going to go with that. An ignorant and unscientific worldview. Perfect description of Flat Earth. Cheers.
But the facts of the matter are far from what you've been told. It is a fact, not a theory, that bodies of water always seek and find their own level.
Oh, for fuck's... This again? Seriously, no. So water will flow to its lowest potential, i.e. to sea level, because of one thing. Anyone want to take a guess? Del?
No.
Anyone else? There's a file, just tell them.
Gravity, you fucking retard! Gravity! Have you ever heard of fucking gravity? Gravity! Gravity!
From a pond, lake, or an ocean, the natural physics of water is to find and remain level. It is a fact that the majority of Earth is covered in such level water, thus making it an unscientific theory to postulate that Earth is actually a gigantic sphere with bendy oceans curving all the way around it.
I don't think scientific means what you think it means.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Because all of science demonstrates the Earth is a sphere and that gravity is a thing. The Cavendish experiment and the Chesselian experiment both demonstrate that gravity is definitely real. And for an excellent example of a current Cavendish experiment, keep an eye on BM Furbal's channel, link up there, where he's built his own.
It is an unproven, unscientific theory with no observable, measurable, or repeatable evidence.
You mean apart from all of the observable, measurable, and repeatable evidence that we keep giving you, and you just reject, or even the observable, measurable, and repeatable evidence that your side keep giving us?
A 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Yeah, cheers, Bob.
Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
Yeah, thanks, Jism. What was I saying? Oh yeah, evidence.
To claim that bodies of water can somehow bend, cling to the exterior of shapes.
Water responds to forces acting on it, like everything else. We've been over this. But in your graphic there, you had water falling off of the ball. Into what? If Earth's in space as we claim, where's that water going? What is it falling to? Yeah, your graphics look flashy, but they're fucking stupid.
It is a fact, not a theory, that we are able to observe objects at incredibly long distances, far beyond what would be possible if Earth were a globe 25,000 miles in circumference, as we're told.
Go on, Eric, show me one example of that. Because not one flat earther has yet.
For example, it is a fact that in Genoa, Italy, from just above sea level, it is possible to see the distant islands of Elba, Caprea, and Corsica 80 to 125 miles away.
Ah, called my bluff, did you? Wow, let's expose that little lie of yours, Eric. You just stated that from just above sea level you can see Corsica from Genoa. Let's look at the image you showed, and after a bit of digging, I found that this image is a screenshot from a video on a channel called Giorgio Vigo HD. And this is where the video was taken from. And then later on in that video, there's an aeroplane flying below eye level. So if this was taken at sea level, you're right, you shouldn't see Genoa. But this wasn't at sea level, was it? Busted.
It is a necessary theory that the globe Earth must curve 8 inches per mile squared if it really be a ball 25,000 miles in circumference, as we're told.
No, a ball with a circumference of 25,000 miles wouldn't curve at 8 inches per mile squared because that maps out a parabola and not a sphere. I often have morons like you say NASA's rule of 8 inches per mile squared when it's actually nothing to do with NASA. The whole nonsense was started when OG Flerf Samuel Rowbotham misread it under the heading levelling in the Encyclopedia Britannica. Man, even your sources are wrong. Flat Earthers are all fucking idiots.
It is a fact, not a theory, that the horizon always appears perfectly flat, 360 degrees around the observer, regardless of altitude. All amateur balloon, rocket, plane, and drone footage show a completely flat horizon, as high as we can reach.
Okay, this boils down to the Flerf's typical misunderstanding of basic geometry. First off, no, when you go high enough, you can see the curve. But at ground level, oh, you know what? I'm fed up of explaining the most basic of shit to you idiots. Just go to the remedial classroom, you muppet. Right, shut up. I said, shut up. Will you shut up, you idiots? Welcome back to summer school for the stupidest students, which just happens to be all of you flat earthers. Funny how that happened. Mr. Subarats, Miss Red, please stop passing notes to each other. We all know you're in love and are going to make the dumbest babies ever seen. Has anyone seen Miss Steer? Anyway, why is the horizon flat? Well, at ground level, you're simply too insignificantly small to see the curve. And what you see as the horizon, 360 degrees, is a flat line, because that's what you're supposed to see. So take this globe. Your horizon is a circle all around you, a cross-section of the globe. A cross-section is a 2D shape, in this case a circle, and 2D shapes are flat by definition. What you morons need to realise is that the fact there is a horizon at all disproves the flat earth. Now get out, please. I really hate all of you.
It is an observable, testable, repeatable, scientific fact of reality that Polaris, the North Pole star, situated perfectly over the North Pole center of Earth, never moves a single inch. Night after night, year after year, century after century.
Another plainly false fact. I wonder if when researching this video, Eric what am I on about? Researching a flat earther? Historical almanacs disagree with you about the position of Polaris. They clearly show that throughout the years, its position in the sky has changed ever so slightly. In fact, in less than 1,000 years, the star Gamma Cephei will inherit the title of North Pole.
Star.
With all the other fixed stars remaining fixed in their relative constellations, revolving perfect circles around Polaris.
Yes, which makes perfect sense when the axial tilt of Earth is in alignment with Polaris. But what you failed to mention there, Eric, is that in the southern hemisphere, we have stars rotating around a single point, but they're going in the opposite direction. I've yet to hear a Flerf explain that on Fantasy Pizza Land.
It is also an unobservable, unscientific theory to claim that the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles per hour.
This is like Flerf 101. I'm sure you've heard it said before, but I will explain it again. Linear velocity is not the same as rotation. The entire planet is rotating at 0.000694 RPM. And not in separate RPMs as this flat earther on Twitter thought.
Lol.
The axis is not spinning at 0.00064 rpm if the outer edge is spinning at 0.00064 rpm. The smaller circle will complete a revolution faster than the larger circle at the spinning at same speed. And yes, at 1,000 miles per hour, you should see it. Walk around a circle that is 100 foot wide. Now walk around a circle that is 2 foot wide, using same speed. Which circle would you walk around faster? Moron!
And the Milky Way shoots millions of miles per hour more off through infinite space when we cannot see, hear, feel, or otherwise observe or prove any such motion.
This is a question that I ask all Flerfs, and again, never get an answer to. Which part of physics says we should feel any of these constant velocities? And as for proving the movement,
A 15 degree per hour drift.
cheers, Bob. Next, we're going to take a quick look at one of Eric Dubay's Flat Earth songs.
Gravity is magic, the truth is tragic. You fell for some sad shit, time to redact it. Earth is flat, that's that, can you grasp it? That last mass pick was faker than a spastic.
Oh my god, I am so sorry. Oh, that was horrible, I should not have played that. Fucking terrible. I think I need to cleanse my palate. Better. Anyway, that's going to be all, but a couple of things before I go. First off, Eric Dubay wrote a children's book called The Earth's Plane. Do you want to see me do a book review with Team Skeptic? Vote by clicking here. And also, I would like to introduce a cool new channel trying to make it in the YouTubes, Dapper Dino. He's a talking dinosaur helping fight the scourge of stupidity and has already destroyed Kent Hovenid. Click on the link there to subscribe. Thanks for watching, but before I go, I want to say a massive thank you to all my patrons. Your support allows me time to focus on my channel and do what's important, bringing you great content and fighting the flat earth. I want to say an extra massive thank you to my $200 patrons, Christopher Kane and Jeffrey Sloan. If you'd like to join and become part of the FTFE team, go to patreon.com/FTFE. And thank you. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and hit that notification dinger so you never miss anything from FTFE. And remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth. Fight the flat. Fight the flat. Fight the flat.